Warning: this video is not intended for persons underneath the age of 13. Thank you.
Hello Internet, it's the Aries 1999, and this is the video that you're looking for, because today we are going to talk about being a Force user in Dungeons & Dragons. Perhaps you're in some kind of space adventure. Maybe it's a Disney hodgepodge game. Or maybe you just really want to be a Jedi. Whatever the reason, for playing as a Force wielder, we're going to start within the canon rules of 5th edition. So, let's use Monk as our base. They're able to slow their falls down, they can deflect incoming projectiles, they can increase their speed, they can heal themselves, they don't wear armor, so they're practically Jedi already. I don't think one particular subclass works the best, but it would vary based on the Force powers you want. Oh, and by the way, your lightsaber could be a flame tongue. I would recommend multi-classing into something like Bard, Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard, so that way you can get the Mage Hand cantrip. If you play as a half-elf, though, then you get one free Wizard cantrip, so you could skip the multi-classing phase. You could also be a dedicated spellcaster, and your spells are representative of the various Force powers that you have. Now, in general, Force powers fall into one of three categories, being telekinetic, telepathic, or elemental. So let's create a 9th level sorcerer with those abilities in mind. Mechanically, he would still be following all the rules of a sorcerer, but from the roleplay standpoint, he would consider himself a Force user. For cantrips, he would know Message, Mage Hand, Friends, Blade Ward, and Chill Touch. So as for your spells, you would have Long Strider, Jump, Levitate, Fly, Featherfall. You would also have Telekinesis, Knock, Hold Person, Dominate Beast, and of course, Lightning Bolt. Now to step out of the world of Canon 5e and into Homebrew, the D&D Wiki has a Force user subclass for Monk that we're going to go over here. Starting at level 3, you get to make your lightsaber, you get to choose to be Sith or Jedi, and you also get some special Force powers. The Wiki also recommends extra proficiencies for Perception and Insight, but I don't particularly like that at this level. At level 6, you get to add your Wisdom to your Initiative. The Wiki also has a boost to Unarmored Defense, but that seems too powerful at level 6, especially since the Monk defense is already pretty good. At level 11, you get to choose a lightsaber fighting technique. There's also a reliable talent feature, but frankly that ability has always struck me as OP, even for rogues. Lastly, the subclass has abilities at 18th level, but you would actually get these at 17th, because that's how the Monk class works. The ability lets you spend one less point on your Force abilities, and you get an extra powerful power depending on your Force type. Jedi get to fight post-mortem as a ghost, and Sith get some spells. The Wiki also has a dedicated Force user class, which is related to that Jedi subclass. You start at level 1 with a pool of Force points that you can expend in order to use Force abilities. You get Unarmored Defense based on your Wisdom and Dexterity. It's also where you get to choose to be Sith or Jedi, but that doesn't become mechanically important until 3rd level. At level 2, you can do a Force jump, which lets you soar higher and take no fall damage. Level 3 is where you get to choose your subclass. There are 6 options, but your choice is regulated based on whether you're a Sith or Jedi. If you're a Sith, then you can go for Sorcerer, Marauder, or Assassin. And if you're a Jedi, you can go for Guardian, Consular, or Sentinel. At level 4, you get to choose a fighting style for when you're holding a lightsaber. They give things such as extra defense, extra attack, or speed boosts. At level 5, you get a, extra attack feature, kind of like Fighter or Monk or Barbarian. At level 7, you get the ability to communicate telepathically.
Pat the sponge, pat the sponge, testing.
At level 9, you get bonuses to persuasion rolls. At level 10, you can choose a second lightsaber form. At level 11, it recommends you getting another extra attack, but I think that's too overpowered. So then at level 13, you can give yourself advantage on certain saving throws. At level 14, you can improve your ally saving throws. At level 15, you get to add half of your proficiency bonus to unarmored defense. At level 17, you get a force power that you can use for free. At level 18, you're even better at dodging projectiles. And at level 20, you get a speed boost. And now let's take a look at those subclasses. First, we have the Jedi Guardian. At 3rd level, you get critical hits on a roll of 19 or 20. At 6th level, you get to add force points to jump over someone and attack them. And at 20th level, you get another extra attack, meaning that you attack 3 times. Jedi Consular. At level 3, you gain proficiency in Persuasion and Insight. The wiki says Expertise, but that's a bit much. At level 6, all force powers have a -1 force point cost. At level 20, you can use force points to turn a force power action into a bonus action. Then there's the Jedi Sentinel. At 3rd level, you can expend force points to gain attack bonuses. At 6th level, if you would normally take half damage from passing a dex, you take none. And at 20th level, whenever you make an ability check that you're proficient in, you can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. That one I'm kind of unsure about. I mean, the reliable talent feature always struck me as overpowered. Not sure what to replace it with, but I just wanted to point my objections out there. Then on the Sith side of things, there is the Sith Sorcerer, where at 3rd level, you get a Warlock spell and a Warlock cantrip. At 6th level, you get another spell and cantrip. Then at 20th level, you can add your proficiency bonus to the damage from spell or force attacks. Then there's the Savage Attacker. At 3rd level, you get to add an extra 1d4 to any weapon attack. The wiki says you can just do this, but I think you should have to expend a force point. At 6th level, once per rest, you can decrease the damage dealt to you by 1d12. This is kind of like the Goliath Stone Endurance. Then at 20th level, you get an extra attack, meaning that you can attack 3 times. Then there's the Sith Assassin. At 3rd level, you get proficiency with Sleight of Hand and Stealth. Once again, the wiki says Expertise, but I'm just going to say Proficiency. At 6th level, if you get advantage on an attack roll for each point you expend, you can increase the damage by 1d4. So I'm going to say that this is going to be capped at a maximum of 3d4 extra damage. Then starting at 20th level, if you're able to hear, you are aware of the location of any hidden or invisible creatures within 20 feet of you. So this is kind of like the rogue. There are force wielders in Dungeons & Dragons. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm planning on doing another Star Wars video soon to use the galaxy as a campaign setting. Actually, it might end up becoming another mini-series on the channel. So let me guys know what you think down in the comments. If you want to see some more from me, I have a video on Dragonball and another one for Fallout. I run an actual play 5e podcast called Enter the Dungeon.
Anyway, I hope to see you guys next time. Have a great day, and God bless.